Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone action. Yesterday in my stream I managed to complete my set, so now it is time as promised to play some more Hearthstone Constructed. Since this is my first video, let me explain a little bit my philosophy behind the videos I'll be making for Ranked. Basically, I'm not going to be trying to make it to Legend anymore. It's a little bit too stressful and annoying. What I'm going to do instead is just make casual decks, but I'm going to play them in the Ranked queue so that we get some, presumably good competition. So I'm not doing any metagame stuff, I'm just making up my own decks and having fun, and hopefully the ideas here will spur you to create your own fun decks. This is going to be the first deck of a series. I'm going to try to explore a theme of using lots of four power minions, or excuse me, 4 toughness minions, and beefing them up in various different ways to achieve greatness. So this is the Shaman version of the deck. I'm not going to go through every single card here, but the cornerstone of the deck is there's Shield Bearer here, and then you buff it up with the Flame Tongue Totem. That's very, very strong. Another good card I've got here that's going to be buffed by Flame Tongue, hopefully, is Nat Piggle for some card draw. And these Demolishers, which I don't often use, but they could be buffed by the Flame Tongues. And then, of course, the Unbend Elemental is just strong stuff. I've got some Sengens to slow down the opponent, and then this is a bit of a control deck with a lot of, nice big drops. I'm throwing in some Legendaries here to celebrate the completion of my set. So Cairn, the Black Knight, and Ysera are all new cards for me. I'm very excited to play with them and see how they go. Blood Mage I've had for a long time, but I just needed some more 2-drops. And this one draws a card and gives some spell damage to make my Lightning Bolts, Earth Shocks, and Lightning Storms better, so that should all be good. Okay, let's go ahead and see how the deck plays. In the queue. I have to stop calling ranked mode in Hearthstone constructed. If you ever wonder why I keep saying constructed, that's because that's what it's called in Magic. In Magic, the formats are limited, which is like the Magic version of Arena, and constructed, which is the Magic version of ranked. So in Hearthstone, of course, we don't ever talk about limited. No one talks about limited. Everyone just says arena. So there's really no reason for me to be saying constructed. That's just a bad habit that's having a hard time dying. I'll do my best to call it ranked from now on. So yes, this is the first game of our casually ranked series, and we're up against a priest, which is pretty bad luck because priests with Shadow Word Death and Mind Control do a number on my, endgame control cards. Luckily, however, we've got a pretty good start here. I got a Rock Biter in case I need to kill any turn 1 Northshire Clerics. And we also have a 1-drop and a 2-drop. Now, these guys are not going to be doing anything because I didn't get Flame Tongue Totem, but that's okay. They're just going to be hanging out, having a grand old time. Other versions of the deck that I plan to make, I've made a warrior version that I've been screwing around with. That you can buff your 4 toughness guys with the Cruel Taskmasters and Rampage, and try to have a good time doing that. I might also make what's another version that I could make? Let me think. I can wait and fish all day. What else is a good class for this sort of theme? Maybe Rogue and use Cold Blood. Oh, Druid, of course, actually. Put Mark of the Wild on these guys. That would be fun. So yeah, I'll make a series of decks, and I'm not going to just do one video per deck. I'll do a couple, and we'll see how it goes. My opponent's very afraid of this Nat Piggle. He's actually going to Holy Smite him twice, it seems. Yep, so well, he didn't actually have a chance to draw me any cards, but he did give me card advantage because my opponent, in a panic, spent 2 cards killing him. That's fine with me. Now I play this Unbound Elemental, which he doesn't have any Holy Smites for. Does he have a Shadow Word Pain? Probably not. He would have used a Shadow Word Pain on Nat Piggle, I bet. So this thing could be good, and I have a Lightning Bolt even to beef him up. Light Spawn. Lame. Well, the Light Spawn, we're about to see why this is okay. Here we go. Let's think. Do I make a totem? No, we're just going to Lightning Bolt this. So you can see its attack drops as its health drops, which, allows me just to deal with it pretty easily. Look at this. We got the signature combo there. Shield Bearer and the Flame Tongue Totem. My guy's a 5/5. It does die to Shadow Word Death now, unfortunately, but I think it was worth it. He's not going to play Shadow Word Death. He's going to Thought Steal. I've got lots of good stuff in this deck for him to steal. But what he got is apparently too expensive to use at the moment, so he'll just heal himself up and presumably pass the turn. All right. This is not a bad turn for me. We'll play this guy. As long as the guy didn't Thought Steal one of my Earth Shocks, this will draw me a card at some point. Should be fine. Rock Biter weapon. I don't have any Wind Fury stuff in here, so this isn't super great. It's just 3 damage for 1 mana, but whatever. I figure if you're playing control, it's worth it to have as much removal as possible. He actually stole a Lightning Storm. Ah, crap. Well, coin flip on this Flame Tongue. And I win the coin flip. My Flame Tongue lives. I draw a card. Manatite Totem's in his deck. Wow, he got a pretty good Thought Steal, I gotta admit. Got a Hex and a Lightning Storm. About as good as you can hope for. Well, it's okay. We're gonna play Manatide. Get a Totem out here. Swing. Manatide's, you know, it's a very swingy type of a card, but you can just, like, go completely bonkers with these Manatides sometimes if the opponent can't deal with them in time. So my opponent Thought Stole Lightning Storm and Hex. Now he's got his own cards. He needs Shadow Word Pain to deal with this Manatide Totem, and he's got a Holy Nova, which doesn't quite do it. Kills off everything except for the Manatide. Ysera, I wish there'd been something cheaper. Ah, jeez. This sucks. Well, I'm not gonna play a Black Knight onto an empty board. This does suggest that perhaps Black Knight's not a smart inclusion. Although I think you should definitely, you know, play with cards a little bit before making any snap judgments. But here I am very much doubting my Ysera and Black Knight inclusions. If they had simply been, you know, Boulder Fist Ogres, I could have just played one and it would have been much better. Okay, just gonna give his North Star Cleric a little bit of love. And now I have a tough choice to make. I have Earthshock again for Loot Hoarder, stopping him from getting cards. But I also need to deal with this North Star Cleric, and Earthshock is the answer to that. I cannot play Ysera. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play Flame Tongue. Rockbiter on my Totem. Run that into the North Star Cleric. Make a Totem myself, and I will Earthshock this Loot Hoarder. Don't forget to swing for 2 with your Manatide. Okay, this Manatide's paid for itself. It's drawn me, what, 2 cards now? Or 3 cards? I don't know. Ysera is interesting. With 4 power, she doesn't die to Shadow Words, but she can get Mind Controlled next turn. I'm going to play it, though. I'm going to play it. She'll at least give me a Dream card. My opponent can Mind Control it. He'll get a Dream card. Then I'll Hex and play Earth Elemental. So I feel like it comes out ahead for me. It's going to Holy Fire my Flame Tongue. Interesting choice. I think that's poor target selection. I would have actually Holy Fired the Manatide, because this card draw stuff needs to stop, or else he's going to lose the game. So we drop Ysera. You're just winning because you paid a bunch of money for legendaries. Nope, I got all this for free. Never paid a dime. We get Emerald Drake, which I think is in many ways the best of the 5 Dream cards, because it's just a 7/6 for 4 mana. I mean, that's crazy, is it not? Alright, so he gets a Dream card as well. We'll go ahead and Hexaruni the Ysera. Play... Do I play Earth Elemental here? It's risky. He could have another Mind Control and then I wouldn't... Oh, no, wait, no, I will play this. Yeah, what am I talking about? I'm totally going to play that. If he Mind Controls it, I've got the Black Knight. Ha 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 ha. Combo. Usually people don't play with 2 Mind Controls either, so I figure that's probably his only Mind Control. Alright, so the other cards, you can get a 3/5 that's like a Fairy Dragon. It's not targetable. You can get a 5 damage to everything card. You can get a +5/+5, kind of like Power Overwhelming. It dies at the start of your next turn. And you can also get a return a minion to a hand, sort of like a free sap that can target your own minions. Well, I think my opponent's going to just lose because he let this Manatide Totem sit the entire game. So, whatever. We'll Fire Elemental that. Don't see any reason to Rockbiter the Frog. Am I going to get fatigued? I don't think I'm going to get fatigued. That would be extremely unlikely. I've got plenty of cards here. He would have to have some kind of godlike hand of 4 here. Shadow Word Death. Well, he's got all the removal, but this Manatide, man, MVP. Not really part of the deck's theme or anything. It's just, it was really good. Light Warden. Haha, my girlfriend plays with this card. She swears by it. Can't really kill it very easily unless I use Black Knight against his frog or pop a Lightning Storm. We'll do it. I'm gonna play this, and I will do Lightning Storm simply because it buffs my guy up. He's not gonna put much more onto the board. The overload doesn't really matter much. I don't really want to play this Manatide because then I will get into a little bit of fatigue territory. Again, he'd have to have some kind of godlike hand to actually have me lose to fatigue. But he is holding on to a Ysera card, probably... I don't know, it could be Ysera Awakens. That's the 5 damage to everything, yeah. So that'll kill all my stuff except for this Drake, which survives with 1 hit point. I've got 6 cards still. I think I should be okay. And I guess this guy's not playing with any taunt creatures, because those are just not incoming at all.
Is someone in?
Nope, no taunts here. Okay. Let's... Rock Bite... my own face. Kill the fairy dragon. Play shield bearer. Stop the Northshire cleric shenanigans. I'll play shield master, totem, and hit him for 7 damage. I'm actually really low on cards. I'm definitely never going to play this Mana Tide. And, I mean, unless he draws some kind of miracle, I should just win here. That was a pretty fun game. Man, I like this. God, I really enjoy playing ranked with all these strong cards. Even though my deck is not like a top-tier legendary deck by any stretch of the imagination, it's just a lot of fun to play. So now you can actually heal up this Northshire Cleric and draw a card, thanks to the Defender of Argus. But luckily, I will now also be able to play Black Knight and kill this. Of course, I could also just play Lightning Storm and kill it as well, because I have spell damage. But we're going to do this, might as well. None shall pass. And we're going to start hitting him in the face here, just because I really doubt he can do much about this. And I need to make sure I win before I get fatigued. Demolisher and Mana Tide are not going to get used, but Hex could get used if you play some kind of weird legendary or makes a big taunter. Duggan. Holy Nova. Kills off my Emerald Drake. Defender kills off the Senjin. I've got 7 damage here still. Hex and Lightning Storm not useful at the moment. Lightning Bolt could be useful. Do I play Mana Tide? It's a little... You know what? It's really not that risky. Whatever. Let's get an extra card and make it easier to kill my opponent off. So, now we've got this Demolisher going to be flinging around some barrels. I can deal with anything with Hex. God, Hex is such a ridiculous card. I think it's, in my opinion, I've said this before, it's the best removal card in the game. Because it'll take out anything for 3 mana. Yeah, your opponent gets a frog, but whatever. Ooh, I like those triangles. I've never seen anyone play this card. He doesn't have any Mind Blast or anything. He's just going to heal himself for 4. Okay, we got 4, 7, 8. Yeah, I'm going to kill him. The barrel hits Velen, but it doesn't make a difference. Go boom, ba-boom, ba-boom, and let's do a Fire Elemental here. Ba-boom. So, we'll come back soon with another video of the Fearsome 4's Shaman variety deck, but I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and or subscribe. And if you're interested in recreating the magic of the deck for yourself, I'll take a quick look back here at the deck list if you want to pause the video and take a screenshot or whatever. That is the deck that we just played with. Alright folks, I'll see you again soon. Take care.